What's going on, guys? CynFtWProductions here. We are back with our franchise mode as the Minnesota Wild. We're picking up where we left off. Just had another draft here, another weird draft. Every single draft in this franchise I feel like has been extremely weird. Anyway, but here we are in free agency now. I don't think we'll be too busy here. The only thing that we really needed was like top 6 defensemen, and as suggested, we could actually perhaps solve that internally, or if not, we could go for trades, and I think that sounds like a smart idea. And I'll kind of show you what is meant by, I think it was you has that commented this. So if we go by overalls for our defenseman, Murphy, you know, he's our ringer. We could use him, but I only have him because he's good AHL. His defensive stats are really bad for NHL. Mironov can be our depth still, but what we're looking at here, or he can, you know, play a bit as well. Guys like a guy like Prestberg and Malkin, both at 76, could both get jumps and be ready for the top 6 here, and that could definitely work. And a few of these guys who are just like right on the cusp of it. So yeah, since I was probably going to trade for him anyway, let's wait to see what we can get our top 6 to be. We're still going to move Dumba and still try to get a better top 4 to play along Brodin. We might even trade Brodin at some point as well, but we could, you know, try someone next to him and see if they'll be able to do pretty well. But I really like Brodin's discipline at 95 and not high anything else, so it doesn't look like he should take penalties. Now 21 throughout the season, you know, only 1 minor in the playoffs, so that's what I do like about him. And so, yeah, he is on the older side, but maybe I want to use him out because if I can get him a good partner, stats like that are, well, they kind of speak for themselves, don't they? So, don't know what kind of, probably like a shutdown. Like, if I can find a defenseman who's like around 88 overall, it's going to be really hard to find. But if I could find something in that range, you know, maybe about to hit his prime. You know, we got to think about, you know, ages. He can be a couple years under, you know, to fit in with our age bracket. But, you know, what we want to typically look for right now is ages like 22 to 26, I'd say, for guys that are going to be a part of our big club. You know, guys who are, you know, not prospects anymore, but not, you know, still like about to enter their prime and stuff like that. That's at least my logic behind it. And other than that, I mean, we still got the last 6 spot to fill. I think it's going to be Melnick or Chubarov most likely. I'm looking like it's going to be more or less be Melnick, and I would not mind that because his offensive stats are looking good. And I really would like to see what he'd bring to the table in the top 6. And I think all the rest of this we're just going to go with, yeah, I don't think we're going to sign anyone either. I think we're just going to, we might have to sign a depth guy or maybe make some trades here to free up some space. But, yeah, for the most part, I think we're pretty set. So, yeah, free agency, we're actually going to be very quiet and maybe pick up, you know, one of the red elites. But, again, there wasn't anything too great about any of them. Maybe pick up one of the it's not this guy, because he's pretty much NHL ready, and we have guys for that role. And if I remember correctly, he wasn't, well, he was decent, you know, in the defensive stat area, but, you know, the awareness is a bit low for where he's already at. You think even if he grows a couple more overall, and he's not built offensively, as we can see, so he, at where he is overall, he might actually, you know, get into that, you know, the top 6, so I don't need that, so I'm not going to go for him at all. A guy like this, Kolyakovo, is something I would actually a little bit consider. The offensive stats are a bit better. Defensive stats are at least solid, so that if he never truly cracks, he at least has a shot at the lower place, but still at the same time. But yeah, he is the really the only one I care about here. Yeah, everyone else not so much. So if I was going to sign anyone, it would be this guy. So let's try to sign him. And that'll be it. And we didn't need anyone else. So that's all we're going to try to sign here. And again, we might not even have room for him or anything like that. So But whatever, I'll sign him anyway. If there's someone lower, we can sit someone. Anyways, I think that's pretty much going to be it for that. We do want to look into trades. I don't know if I want to look into them yet, but maybe, at least for Dumba. The other ones we don't need, but we know we need something for Dumba. I could have probably looked around here, but if it takes a bit of time to find someone, then I will do some editing. But I want to see if we could find... Oh, hello. Two-way defender, but those defensive stats are really solid, so he's actually looking like he should be mostly kind of a shutdown guy. However, that is a lot of penalties. He looks like he fights. Or that's just a lot of penalties. Discipline's at 86. I'm thinking this Henry McLean guy fights. He'd be really hard to get. And he's maybe a bit too young. We don't really need a guy growing, but... Yeah, we don't really need that. I'm going to say no to that, even though he looks pretty good. The penalty minutes, it's probably fights, but at the same time, there could be something better. We're not looking for a guy to grow into a role. We're kind of looking for a guy who's in that role. Of course, there's... No, not Dolan. Chikrin, no, unfortunately, lefty. I'm looking for... Yeah. Looking for a righty here. Definitely what I'd prefer. So McAvoy, holy crap, he got up to top 2. Yeah, McAvoy would be pretty solid in that regard, but there's no way they give this guy up. Yeah. No way. Wow, and this guy's going to be incredible too. And hilariously, they're both righties for him. That's funny. The one time a team actually would need a lefty, they got righties. Wow, that is a solid top 2. Ristolainen and Bus. Okay. Nope, nothing there. Falk, but no. Yeah, it's going to be pretty tough to find exactly what we're looking for, I believe. But hold on a sec. Too old. Both of them kind of, yeah, too old on both of them. Merkley is an offensive defenseman, but has good defensive stats. Again, we don't want too much scoring in here. Oh, well, you know what? That might be perfect. He doesn't score that much, and he doesn't take a lot of penalties. Doesn't take any penalties. He has a minus, sure, but let's see. 86 at 23. I don't know if he'll grow that much more. That's the only problem. I would love to get someone in that 88 range. I mean, he could grow a tiny bit more, but there's no guarantee. He is on his last year, so we would have to sign him to a bigger contract. I mean, those defensive stats are really good, though. Yeah, you know, that giveaway takeaway is not that bad for a defenseman. No, it really isn't. Doesn't hit much, but he blocks a lot of shots. 99, 102, 98. Checking his ice time. Yeah, it's not. It looking like he's playing more top 4 time, but this could be another good option for the power play. 88 and 88 for the awareness. I know he doesn't really produce like that, but maybe if we get into power play timing, could get a bit extra. That is a really strong idea. I'm gonna keep that in mind. I'm gonna keep Merkley in mind right there. That could be really good. He's still got a couple years to grow. He could, you know, in fact, get up towards, you know, an 88 overall. Doesn't have to be 88 either. He does look like a pretty damn good fit. So I'll remember Merkley there in the Avs, because that's pretty good. Yeah, you would be really good if you weren't so old. Yeah, those not great there. I don't really want to trade with Dallas, even though Heiskanen would be amazing. Yeah. I'll actually keep Heiskanen in mind for a Brodin. Holy fuck, he's good. Did take a little bit of penalties, though. 52 and 18. That is quite a lot. Mostly because he hits a lot. He's got good discipline, but yeah, he hits a shit ton. And that's probably why he takes the majority of those penalties. Be hard to get him from there. Again, kind of a decent giveaway takeaway for a defenseman in the NHL. Yeah, they're really usually on the lower side of things. So he could be a possible Brodin replacement, but you know, it's got to be at a time where this team is falling off, and they're not quite there yet. Sagan 32, Ben 34. Yeah, like they're starting to, but like their goalie Bishop's probably about to be gone. Yeah, I mean, 80. He's still 89. He's still good. Yeah, so they still got a couple years till they be doing that kind of a thing. So keep Heiskanen in mind for that. I think for a couple of years from now, he might, you know, he's got 2 years left. He might even drop the free agency. So that could be a Brodin replacement, but not yet. We need to figure out that Dumba replacement, and it's looking like for now Merkley is the best option. I know he's offensive defenseman, but those defensive stats were good. Clefbaum probably too old, man. Yeah. Oh, I'm back to all skaters. I'm like, who's this? Draisaitl defenseman. What? Nope. Ben DeHaan. What about Ben Denis? Nope. All right, I'm really starting to lean towards Merkley right now. I'm seeing less and less around the league. Merkley's looking good. Oh, hello. How old are you? Nope, not good. Wow, dude. Their back end's gonna be set. It's hilarious how like one team they don't have a righty or a lefty. They're like 2 lefties and oh whatever. I think I'm probably the only one in the world who cares about righty lefty here. But I don't know. It's seems to work, man. Yeah, man. The more I think about it, Merkley's got to be the guy, I think. I'm not going to go for Carlson, obviously. Provorov, unfortunately, is, yeah, lefty. He is top 4, okay. 27. Could be another potential Brodin replacement. They're probably going to sign him again, unless he might drop the free agency, in which case, hey. Yeah, for now. We might actually extend Brodin to another couple years. It'll depend, though. It'll depend on a lot of things. It's going to depend on what the free agency look like, how he does this year. He's on a tryout right now. Here's Shea, another guy who could be a replacement for him. Doesn't take a whole lot of penalties. It's a bit, but not a whole lot. Looks like he could produce slightly, too, but mostly I'm looking for that. But again, maybe too old. He's the same age as Brodin. Yeah, and I'm not really seeing too much after this. Sergachev, but that's a Brodin replacement, if anything. And that's a lot of penalties. That is a lot of penalties. What's up with that? Yeah, low discipline, high aggressiveness. That'll do it. I don't know why I'm checking Maple Leafs for defensive guys. Yeah. We know they don't have a defense. Levy's another possible, like, Brodin replacement. But these are all possible. Oh, he's looking really good. Oh, my God, that defensive. 1 year left as well. You know what, we might, depends on how Brodin does. But this might be a guy we pursue. 20, you know, that's a little bit of penalties for that amount of games played. But it's not horrible. Yeah. Levy's looking good. Levy's looking mighty fine there. And we're going to have the assets to be able to get these two guys. Hell, we might be able to get both of them immediately. I'm gonna look everywhere, but I'm really leaning towards Merkley. And if we could pursue Levy right now, we might be able to nail it. The only thing I like about Brodin is that discipline. And just the fact that he doesn't take any penalties. And Levy's discipline. It is at 91. Oh, interesting. Why the hell did he take so many penalties? His aggressiveness isn't even that high. Man, this guy would be perfect. Hell, we might go for both of these if we can. It'd be hard to get them off Vancouver, though, as they're contenders now. We'd really have to pique their interest. Especially seeing as how their defensive core isn't insanely strong, and we'd be, in fact, making it weaker. Even if we sent Brodin over to him, we would be making it weaker for ourselves. But they'd have a solid Ellis and Brodin pairing. Yeah. Well, that's looking good as well. So, Merkley and that guy looking like we could go after. Goes to spare now. He was a free agent. And last team, nope, doesn't look like it. All right. Yeah, so let's see what we can do here. I think I want to go for Merkley for sure because, well, I think he might be able to grow into the role, and he's got really good defensive stats, so even if he doesn't really grow into it, he's still looking pretty good. And I like the fact that, again, doesn't look like he takes a whole lot of penalties, which is great. We need to really limit our penalty. That's kind of been almost a bane for us. You know, so low aggressiveness, high discipline, this guy is really not going to take many penalties. So I think I want to pursue this guy. He's still, 23, still got a couple years to grow. He might actually get a boost here since we haven't finished off the free agency period. He might actually get a boost here as well. So let's see if we could snag Merkley here. They want Dumba, which is great for us. We want to get rid of Dumba. So that takes care of a lot of value right there. Now, what we need to chuck in is anything else. Anything else matching the block that we can afford to get rid of? Not really. Kiskinen. Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's trade this guy, the tendered guy. All right, so chuck that guy in there. That's closer. It's a lot closer. Okay. Is there anything else? Nope. Can't get rid of any of these guys. Okay, any goalies that you guys want? Oh, yeah, we did need to get rid of one of those. Okay, they don't want him, but I might throw him in there anyway. It was one of these fringe starters. It was Oland. We need to get rid of him because he's on his last year of being able to play unsigned or whatever. So let's throw Oland in there. That's looking pretty good. It's not going to be quite enough to get him since they don't want to get him up, but I'll see what they say to this. Yeah, let's see what they say to this. The woefully insufficient. Okay. So it might have to be a pick or something. Yeah. We could throw in more fringe starters, but I can still hold on to those for other stuff. But let's throw them all in now so we don't have to give up picks. Yeah, no, it's still woefully insufficient. So that's really not going to work. We'd have to throw in something really worth their while. Perhaps a pick. Alright, so I might have to chuck in this Lume guy. I didn't want to have to do it for this trade, but this is the bigger thing to get. We could always wait for the free agency to try to do the Brodin thing, or at least kind of see what's available and sign him again if we need to. But we really need to replace Dumba. It's the penalty thing. Yeah. So let's try to throw in this Loom guy and nothing else. We'll hold on to the other assets and see if we could take back. We're not gonna be able to get a first, I know that, but I'm gonna start with that anyway, just in case. Okay, they did. Fuck it. Okay, cool. All right, so we get Merkley and a first for Dumba and that Loom guy. Now that prospect. Now I'm actually gonna see if we could still get. If we have the assets to perhaps go for Yule Levy here. I don't know that we will, but I'm going to check. We did just get an extra first as well, so if these guys for some reason want those picks, this could be good to get. Now, this guy's 4 years younger than Brodin. They want Brodin, which is good. So, put Brodin in there. Yeah, we're going to need a shit ton more value. Where's the RFA guy? I want to throw him into this deal if I can. Yeah, Kiskinen. Yeah, we're going to need a lot more. Okay. Now, what else here? I want to see. I can't trade Chubarov yet. You know what? I might hold off on this trade just to see if Chubarov jumps up. Because if Chubarov jumps up to second line, I ain't going to play him second line, I don't think. He's really not offensive enough. He's got a good shot, but he's a defensive player. That's what this guy is. I'm going to see if this guy's going to... I think I'd rather see if this guy's going to jump. Because if he does, and Melnick doesn't, like, Melnick's the guy I'd want on the second line. Chubarov, not so much. I want him on the third line. So, I might hold off on this and skip ahead and see what our jumps are going to be. As much as I kind of want to pull the trigger on it, it'll help us gauge where we're going to be at, and I'm gonna hold off on it. I'm just gonna hold off on it for right now. So I think I might still pursue Yule Levy, but for right now we're gonna hold off. We're gonna sim forward, see what our see what the jumps are gonna be, and then decide from there. As well as for our top 6 guys, see if we'll need a trade for something like that. But yeah, we could be doing a lot of movement here in this video, so definitely hang around. And I checked all the for the contest and everything. I won't be reading off any names because unfortunately no one even got 2 of the things right. No one got like a growth and something else right, but a lot of people chose Lombardi for some stuff. So he was right, but unfortunately no one got 2 right. So there's not going to be any of that. But yeah, once you guys see the lines, then you'll be able to guess. But yeah, let's sim forward here and see what these jumps are going to be before we decide to. I'm not getting rid of Pressburg, I know that. before we actually decide to pull the trigger on that trade or pursue it or something like that. Because as of right now, I'm hesitant on it. Definitely. Just because I don't know if Chubrov is going to grow. Because if he grows, then I want to throw that guy in there. And that's a lot of value. But if he doesn't, I want to use that guy on my third line. So we're going to sim up here, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Oh, hello there. So Kiskinen, the guy we have tendered, has been offered a 2-year deal by the Blues. And we could get a third-round pick. I'm not going to match the offer. Trading for him, I might have been able to get a third from somewhere. But I'm just going to take the compensation in this case because... yeah, I won't be able to throw him into a trade deal now, but that third I could use. So you know what? Let's take the compensation. I'm not going to sign him. Blues can have him. That's the first time I've actually ever been able to do that. Yay. We got compensation. Okay, now, before I get the lines like kind of preliminarily set up, and why I did that was because I kind of needed to find out who I was going to use and where. Now, I got the guys that I'm probably going to be able to trade here in the AHL scratch. Like Bermanis, although he has top 4, 21... he's got really high offensive awareness. This guy, I doubt that he gets up to, like, amazingly top 4, at least better than Merkley. So, in that case, I think I'm going to trade that guy, and he's got some decent value. Another guy also is this Marita guy, well, plainly because he's just built really poorly. And, yeah, he could be, you know, a defensive guy. We could switch him. He could play on our 4th line this year. I got other guys there who I'd rather give the shot to. So, I think Marita's going to go. And then everyone else I'll just kind of, yeah, Marita and Bernanis, everyone else will be held on to just in case of injuries for the AHL. And you'll need extra guys down there anyway. For the AHL, we only have Emelin. I might keep Emelin and just use him as my depth guy because he can kind of play anywhere with the offensive stats that he has and the defensive stats that he has. Sucks to not play him, but I wanted to try this out with Connor Walchuk, and I want to give this Fenton guy the chance. He's 20 years old at 78 overall, good offensive awareness, a good shot, and he's solid defensively. This guy is looking like, you know, if Melnick doesn't work out, this guy might actually be that second-line guy. We'll have to see how he develops, of course. But, yeah, Chubrov did grow, but he's still listed as third liner, so I'll keep him here as the third liner. And even though Melnick didn't really grow and isn't listed as second liner, I'm going to try him out on the second line anyway. It might not work out. He's got decent awareness, 87, and he's got a pretty good wrist shot. Now, it all depends on how he's going to play on that line, if he's going to shoot a lot, whatnot. Anyway, then we got Eriksson going with this UA guy in the center because he's got better face-offs. And then, yeah, that's it. Here's our defensive core. Now, Malkin is listed as top 6, so I put him up here. The other guy that we were waiting on, I forget his name. Pressburg, that's right. Pressburg, I should actually put him up there. He's still listed as a minor guy, so I'm not going to move him up quite yet. I did move this guy up there. Now, this guy's listed as depth, but look at those defensive stats. And he's a lefty, sure, but I'm going to try this guy out. And we can switch this guy with Mironov to try to find a good combination, or a combination that works for us, or, you know, we could eventually trade for a different guy. But yeah, to go for Levy, I think we'll have what it takes now, or at least we know who we're going to be able to trade. It's going to be we're going to be able to add in Marita and Bermanis, and then whatever else we may see fit, like that goalie guy. So at this point, I think would be a good time to go for him because we're able to see the jumps, kind of calculate where we're going, what guys we can or can't use. And we can go for there. Now, we could even chuck an Emelin into this deal, but I'd rather, if I'm going to trade him, I'd rather get a couple depth forwards. So for right now, we'll hold on to him. And I think that's kind of what we're going to do. So the lines aren't complete yet. I was just showing you guys what my preliminary stuff was just after I saw the jumps and decided who I'm going to use and stuff like that and send certain guys down to the AHL. So now we're going to pursue, what's his name? Levy. So here we go. We're going to try to get this. It's going to be, oh my god, Brock Besser got good. 92 overall. All right, anyway, so trying to go after Levy here, going to be extremely tough. But, yeah, Chubrov, oh man, that's real. I'm almost tempted to trade him just because he has good value. But he's so good defensively, though, and I'm pretty sure that his ratio was always, yeah, really solid ratio. The playoffs, not so much, but that's pretty damn solid. Didn't really hit or block too many shots, but his giveaway takeaway was really good. Got a few points, was a plus player. Minus in the playoffs, sure, but Gonna see how he does again. Alright, so Huey we're obviously holding on to. This guy might actually become a second liner, which I don't need him to, but might actually happen. You know what? It depends on how this guy, if this guy takes a lot of shots. Well, that's AHL. 230 in AHL, though. If he takes a lot of shots, maybe he will become a winger on the second line. Never know. You never know. We'll have to see what happens. Anyway, for now, he's on the third line. And he's solid for that role. So, yeah, we're going to have to throw in... It was Bermanis. Yeah, Bermanis can go in. And it was a Red Elite guy who was probably down here. I'll know it. Yeah, Marita. There we go. They want both of them, which is really good for us. And Marita, they kind of want... Oh, they have too many skaters. That is unfortunate. Well, what else can we throw in before I have to take back a skater? I'll actually look for a depth forward in this case to get next one. They don't want our picks, which kind of sucks. Let's throw in our own, though. Our own first, since we do have Colorado's. That's, yeah, not quite enough. We don't have one of those big prospects anymore to kind of pique their interest here. Let me sort by overalls. That'll make it probably a bit easier. See if I want to. There's Riley Smith who could play depth. You know what? That's actually a really solid option. That contract, though. How are you going to do that? Who's this guy? Nope. Yeah, they don't really have... Yeah, they don't have anything that I'd use. So let's just pick a guy who has a year left and it's not going to be anything. Like this Breezebois guy is nothing. So we'll take him back in this deal just to make it go through. Oh, there. Oh, so we're sending in too many. That is unfortunate. Yeah. That's the one downside about waiting till this because, well, yeah, too many guys. So, still have to take back one more. That hurts us because I don't really want to have to take back any value, even if it's minimal. But it looks like we're gonna have to. So whatever. Let's see what they say to this. See what they say to this. Value just isn't where it needs to be, but I'm filling their needs pretty well. They're just unwilling to part with what we're offering. It makes sense. How about that goalie guy now? Oland. Let's throw him in there. No. Okay, well, might have to hold on to ours, throw in Colorado's first, which has more value, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be a playoff team. I mean, it could shoot up there, so that's what I am worried about. I would rather deal with my own first, just in case Colorado has a really weirdly bad year, and for some reason that pick is incredible for us, but yeah. Might have to hold off on Olin and chuck something bigger in there. What that bigger thing is, I'm not too sure. Honestly, I don't want to have to do it, but I might go with it. I might have to be Bork in this case. 21 at 67, you know, that's already not kind of a good sign. He didn't grow too much last year. Now, the thing and, you know, we might not need that, you know, Brodeen replacement. This guy we are going to maybe train up for a future Brodeen replacement, but if we're really got our mind set on New Levy, which I kind of do, then it might be prudent to throw this guy in. In which case, I'll have to chuck someone else in there, but that could be Toskala. Just someone in there. That's going to be a lot. I'm going to try to hold on to our first now. Oh, yeah, we have to take back yet another skater. You know, for that, though, let's actually look for... What the hell is this guy doing on the block? A righty? Yeah, I need a righty. Well, I am giving up a lefty, but we have plenty of lefties. Hey, dude. I mean, this guy could also compete for that other top 6 slot in the defense. Lower discipline, but it doesn't look like he'll take a lot of penalties. He has high body checking, but he's not aggressive. I mean, it'd be something to take back here. Hold on. Definitely not bad. Or I can go for one of the red elites. They don't want to give him up, though. They got Mankari. That's funny. Defensive defenseman, lefty. Solid, though. I mean, those stats are solid. There we go. Okay, so what I like about this guy is he's got low aggressiveness and his body checking is also low. It doesn't make sense for a guy to have low aggressiveness than high body checking because he's not going to be able to take advantage of that stat. So this guy having, you know, lower discipline or higher discipline and low aggressiveness with lower body checking gives, you know, other stats. It lets other stats be, lets the points be put in other stats. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You guys know what I'm trying to say though, right? All right. Looks good though. I mean, look, this, yeah, we could. Hey, we're giving him a prospect. Let's take back a prospect. Let's try to get that Latowski guy in there. See what he turns out to be. Maybe even just settles into. The thing about that is we really don't need it. The only thing I'd like about him is if he settled into that top 6 role, but there really is no guarantee that he becomes anything like that. The righty I am really interested in, though, is Kalinin guy. I don't like that his body checking is so high, but, you know, at the few times he'll lay it, it'll just blow people up, so hey, nothing wrong with that. I wish his defensive stats were better, man. They're good, that they're not incredible. But it could be something to help us for now. Or we could just grab a pick. But with that, man, we don't really. Yeah, we don't really need a pick. I say we just. I'll just grab him. Screw it, man. He's on the block. It might help in that case too. So all right, we're taking out this Kalinin prospect. Might be a top 6 guy in next year or something like that. We'll see how he develops. And we're also getting a couple of these crap guys, but Ulevi's the big target here. 1 year left. We'll have to re-sign him, but that's okay. Yeah, I think this is what we want to do. Bermanis, not going to use. Marita, not going to use. Bork, that's the cost of it, but we're going to get back something that we can probably use for it. So that's what I like. We're upgrading right here. We're shaving 4 years off, 5 years off to get Ulevi. Well, 4 or 5, one of the two. Depends on when their birthdays are, but that's a big upgrade already. Yeah, I like this. Okay, we might be able to get a bit extra since the values are like they are. And I think these guys wanted to give up their picks, so we can't probably. I don't think we can get the first. I'll try it anyway, but I don't think we're gonna be able to get that. No, woefully insufficient. So remove that. We're not gonna be able to. We're probably not gonna be able to get a second, just because it's woefully insufficient. They're really against giving up Ulevi, but we'll try. Yeah, not where it needs to be at all. All right, one more thing, and if I can't, I'm gonna have to wait. I'll try to take back one garbage guy. I really don't want to do that, but. If I want this trade to go through, that's one. I don't think they accept this either, but I'll try it anyway. It's a lot, but at the same time, we're really not. Bermanis, Marita's free value. The first sucks. Bork sucks, but you gotta give stuff up. So no, it's still. I'm not gonna deal with them. Then that's in this case is just too much. So we're gonna just hold on to Brodin for now. As much as I wanted to make that work, it's not gonna work right now. So. We might look to free agency, but we'll see how Brodin does for a bit and then decide later. But yeah, for right now, I'm going to finish editing these lines, then we can start simming. Alright, so I think these are going to be the lineups that we're going with. You see the starting lineups already, so we're just going to scroll through that real quick. Defensive as well. But power play looking pretty much the same. We got Melnick here now, and with Eriksson still on the point, and Merkley now on that point. But everything's pretty much what you'd seen the years past and stuff like that. Penalty kill is a bit different. We're going to go with Kunin, Konowalchuk, Werenski, Merkley. I'm keeping my lower guys completely off the penalty kill. I'm just keeping all my top 4 guys all the ice time here for special teams. Just because they're not my top 6 guys aren't incredible. I could, eventually at some point put one of them in there. But for right now, that's what we're going to do. Keep all our best guys everywhere. We're even going with McArdle here. Because I like his defensive stats. Now I'm gonna have to check and keep an eye on it this year. But yeah, no, his giveaway takeaway was pretty good. Not so much in the playoffs, but we'll see how he does. Anyway, I'm gonna give this UA guy a chance on the PK, just cause look at his shot blocking, stick checking, coupled with that awareness, which is pretty solid. I think this guy could be really a good asset on the PK, and with our defensive pairing as well, we'll see. Anyway, there's a 3-man. Here's our extras. Pretty much the same as he was last year and what you'd assume it to be. 3-on-3. That's the 3 defensemen we're going with. Extra attacker. And our shootout lineup. Goaltender-wise, Jacuzzi only jumped up to 81, so he's still a backup, so we can use 90 overall Gibson here. Probably going to lose this guy for free, but whatever. In free agency. Unless Jacuzzi grows up a bunch this year, I don't think it'll happen. But next year could be good, because we got Cool 75 now, 20 years old. He should be growing throughout this year. Maybe even crack the roster. If he does, do we trade Gibson at that point? Maybe go with those 2 lower guys. Do we want to take a step back? Maybe forego another cup run, or who knows? Anyway, so that's what we're going to be doing. And I think now it's time to sim. So let's do it. Let's see what's going to happen here with this team. Weaker second line, but we're going to give guys a chance here to step up. I don't know how it's going to go, but I don't foresee us doing horribly. That's at least my take. I don't think we should do horribly, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully we don't have to deal with too many injuries. Now, I want to go the full month and a half here, but because I'm doing that defensive thing, I might only go part of it. What's that? 3, 5, plus 6 is 11. 14, 15, 18, 22, 25 games total. So 12 and then 13, yeah. So let's do that. All right, so right here, I'll do the first guy in there, the first defenseman I'm talking about, maybe even our forward. We'll see. We're gonna go to here, and then see how the team does, and then kind of decide if we want other combinations. To put in Mironov instead of the other guy that we brought up from the AHL. Just gonna see what combinations will work. That's what we're gonna go after. And scouting, everything's a B almost, besides Europe. But yeah, we're gonna scout everywhere. Standard stuff here. So preseason's going pretty much as you expect, doing pretty good. Season's what we got to be worried about, though. This is what we got to be worried about. Okay. I'm not extremely worried, but I mean, you never know, you know? I don't think we should be horrible, but I don't know if we'll be our typical amazing selves. So we'll have to see. Yeah, we're not scoring a whole lot in the beginning here. That's not a great sign, but there we go. It's 2 games is a small sample size. So even with this 12 or 13 games I've given at first, or whatever, how many I'm doing to test out the first guy, it's not going to be a huge sample size to see what our team's going to be like either. So I got to be careful not to hit the panic button if we don't seem to be doing too well. Got to just remember, it could take time to develop this, but I don't think we should be horrible. Like, again, I don't see us being horrible. So as of right now, goaltending's doing pretty good. Could use a bit more scoring overall, but it's not horrible. Again, we have a 4-goal game, a 5-goal game in there. It's not bad, of course. Gibson's been injured November 1st. That's not bad. Like that's nothing. Only gonna miss like a game or so. So I'm not even gonna bring up one of the guys. I have to actually. Yeah, that's right. Because the other guy's not signed. I'm not gonna leave Cool down there. I'm gonna bring up Byzantine, and he'll just sit there as the backup for Jacuzzi. Yeah, because that's a bit better idea than calling up Cool. Because that could hurt the AHL team. The AHL is kind of on ice right now. Well, on pins, I don't know what I'm trying to say. They're not doing incredible. They're like 4-3-2 or something like that. So I'd rather let them keep Cool down there. Keep their cool. Yeah, I'm clever. All right, chuck this guy in there. There we go. So it's not even for that long. But I'm gonna let Gibson get fully healed there. That's a tough loss. 3-0. Yeah, I think we're struggling a bit to score here overall. Gibson's available. I'm not messing around. Wait till he's fully healed. They want to give us Ekman Larson for Bork, and no. Already got my righty. Damn, dude. Couple losses there. Let's stop. He should be fully healed now. Or is he not? No, he is. It just didn't give me the... It should give me the prompt, right? No, it didn't. Okay, well, stop. What the hell? You're supposed to give me a prompt. Whatever. We win that game. Okay, let's fix the stuff. I think... Oh, fucking hell. I knew I was going to do that. Oh, shit. Our first line's... Why is our first line doing poorly? Yeah, our first line's not doing well to start off. I'm not too sure why. Whatever. Anyway, he fucking lost morale. Cause hopefully it wasn't too much. Oh, Jacuzzi jumped up. Cool. No. Okay, good. He didn't, like, fall overall or anything like that. I think that's morale. He did pretty damn good in that role, though. Good job, Jacuzzi. He didn't do bad at all. Alright, let's move back down Byzantine now. Oops. Goddamn. There we go. Figured it out eventually. Alright. So, do the goalies back the way they were. I think NHL's good. Yeah, NHL's back to good. Okay, what's up with this first line, man? Ouch. Ouch. That's funny. Lombardi's got all the goals. At least second line's doing okay. It means Melnick's doing alright. Only 4 points. Oh, what the hell? Tanev's just up there with 8. Okay. Yeah, no one's jumping out yet in this, basically. But I'm waiting for it. Yeah, this first, yeah, they're gonna have to. Yeah, eventually that first line is gonna take off. It's only a matter of time, I think. But I do want to see if Merkley 30 points. Okay, yeah, not a whole lot, which is fine. Shishkanov's already grown. That's no, that's morale. Okay, whatever. Looks like he's doing all right so far. Let's finish off that this little bit here. It's only one more game. Let's finish it off. Come on, get a win. We need a big win here. Yeah, there we go. 4-1. Okay, so 8-3-1 in that first little stretch of 12 games there to test out this defense. I could give him an extra one, split the back and back, but man, let's see. If he seems to be doing well, +4, man. I can't really argue with that. I might not even switch the other guy out since they're doing so well, and we're not in a dominating position. I might not even switch him out. Screw it, dude. I mean, if they're doing that well, you know. Plus on that line, plus on this line, everything's going smoothly, in my opinion. So yeah, how many shots has Melnick taken? 29. Okay, 42 for him, 28 for him, 41. So he's not taking incredible amounts of shots. He's not taking like McArdle or Lombardi levels of shots, but he's taking shots. I really like McArdle, how he shoots, man, because he's it's so good because his awareness is pretty low at 85. It's really good that he shoots a lot. Anyway, I'm just going to keep going. I'm not even going to make that switch because I mean, the plus minus does not lie in this situation, I don't think. In this small of a sample size for your top 6 to be that kind of plus, I'd say it's pretty good. So I'm just going to continue and finish this off. If we struggle, yeah, we can switch things up. But for now, let's just keep going. That's a tough loss. Don't lose again. There you go. Come on now. Beat this team. They're terrible. Oh my goodness. Come on, guys. How are you going to lose to that team? How are you going to lose to them twice? What are you doing? I'm not taking Ekman Larson. Get out of here. What is happening here? Come on now, Minnesota. First line needs to get going. Oh, my goodness. Pressburg, that's the AHL. I could just switch him, but I want to make sure I know where he is. Okay, let's do that first and then put someone in there. Just Toskala. Yeah. Oh, man. Some rough stuff happening right now in Minnesota. Yeah, our first line for some reason is off to a very slow start. Okay, well then we have that game. That's probably going to be a lot. Okay, that's what we need. We need a big momentum boost like that. Oh, come on. Oh my goodness, we cannot get on a tear. Look at this crap. 3 losses in a row. Minnesota, what the fuck's going on? Why aren't you winning? Seriously. Why isn't this team winning more? This team should be dominating. You gotta win this game. You can't lose to fucking St. Louis again. Just can't do that. Get in there, Pressburg. Good fucking hell. Okay, 14-7-4. It's not terrible, but we could be doing better. Not gonna lie. We could be doing better. Maybe I'm expecting too much, but there you go. Lombardi's finally taking the lead, but not point a game. So finally the first line's getting going. They had a bit of a slow start. We're in first in division, so yeah, maybe I am over. I don't know, the record just doesn't look good to me. I'm expecting us to just dominate now in the regular season. But hey, maybe it's a good thing that we're not, because that means we'll actually do good in the playoffs. Who knows? Anyway, let's check out the stats here. Yeah, we're not scoring enough. Look at that. 2.56 goals for. No. Our team? Nope. Power play is doing all right. Penalty kills. Why is penalty kills trash? Okay, so let's fix that penalty kill, I guess. Ugh. I wish you could just best lines. Well, I honestly I didn't change much from the best lines when they had it in the penalty kill. I just switched around the defense, and maybe I should put some of the lower guys in there. Maybe take off the offensive defenseman completely. Who knows? Yeah, that penalty kill is horrible. But still, that's not even the biggest issue. The biggest issue is that we're not scoring. Our goals against is fine. 2.12 is incredible. Our 5-on-5 defense is looking amazing right now. If our penalty kill is that low, with our goals against being what it is, our 5-on-5 defense is pretty much incredible. Look, we've allowed 14 power play goals against. Goals against totals are at 53. Like, pretty damn good. But, yeah. If we tighten up that PK... We still need more scoring, though. That's unacceptable. Yeah, for our team, that is unacceptable. And I don't even know who to point the finger at. So we're going to see that now. Maybe Veleno ain't the guy. But it's working out. The production-wise, they just need more. Like, the ratios are good. Goals to assists for all of them is really good. They just need more. Melnick. Where is... Oh, McCardle's way down there. He's struggling too. So second line is struggling. But not even that badly. No, they're not really struggling. It's not that bad. Connor Walchuk's a -4 here. What's going on with that? Giveaway takeaway is not bad. No. Fenton's got a bad giveaway takeaway, but he's the youngest guy, and it's almost expected for him. Everyone else, though, giveaway takeaways are pretty good. Mitchell's is not. Hilariously. What's wrong with you? Huh. I don't see why it should be bad for this Mitchell guy at all. So, screw it. Not, yeah. Honestly, everything's kind of looking the way it should be on the forward end. What's up with defense? Are we not getting enough points? No, we're fine. We're getting the point scoring from the two guys we expect to. Merkley, Brodin aren't doing incredible together. But, again, even this plus-minus isn't that great. What is the issue? Yeah, I just don't know what the issue is here. Gibson's doing fine. Jacquees, yeah, we're just not scoring enough. And it's not even our power play. It's our 5-on-5. And, honestly, nothing is really different about our 5-on-5. I think it's a slow start for our first line. I kind of think that we were doomed from our slow start. Because recently we've been scoring a bit more. I don't know. We're not consistent, like... I don't know. I'll show you what I mean. Like, the way we started off, we didn't score a whole lot. We had 2 good games in there, not score a whole lot. Didn't score much. Didn't score much. Didn't score at all. Didn't score much. Didn't score much. Kind of scored. You know, we finally scored on that one. Finally scored, but then no, another loss. Only 2 in regulation. 3, but we lose. 2 and we lose. Only 2. 2 and we lose, and then we started picking it up here, there. But even then, we're just not. We can't get on. We can't. I don't know. How the hell did we lose to them? Yeah. We're just not quite there. Our shutdown is great right now. I've got nothing wrong with our shutdown. It's just not able to produce enough. And I really think it's coming down to our first line being a bit of a slower start, and our second line kind of lagging as well. We can make some changes in there, but I don't really know what changes I'd make. Another option would be to move 52 shots, 54. Less ice time, though. No power play time either. Could always move up this UA guy. Third line's doing incredible. But we can move him up there. Move this Melnick guy down. Put, like, you know, put Eriksson in the middle. Put Chubarov over here. Keep Melnick on the one time, since Chubarov doesn't take as many shots. We could try something like that out. Like that for the third line, and try UA up on the second line. With takes about the it took about the same amount of shots. He has higher awareness and better not better passing. Sorry, slightly worse passing, but higher awareness by 4. Could help out that line. I really am not a fan of Tanev being a first liner again, or being listed as a first liner now. It really sucks. But he's still on good pace. I do think that does affect the way they play, what they're listed as. So we got to try to avoid that, especially come the playoffs, man. You saw what happened with our team. I mean, granted, we did lose to the eventual Stanley Cup champs, so it's not we can't hate ourselves too much, but at the same time, we definitely need more production from everywhere. What's Tanev's faceoffs? His faceoff's only 75. I mean, hey, maybe we even move him back to the wing, where he used to have a bunch of success before, and try Hue in the center. There's another option. I mean, his faceoffs is only 75. I mean, that might be part of why they're not getting a lot of possession. I don't know. I don't know how much faceoffs comes into account in the sim, but I mean, something's wrong with our second line being minuses and our third line being plus like that. We got to try to. We want them both pluses, but maybe this can help us a bit. You know, maybe trying this out will be something that we're after. So we could try something like that out. And really, 5-on-5 is the only thing that we need to improve upon. Mitchell and Veleno are both producing how I want them produced. We just need to get them going a bit more. But I think they should start to get it together. Yeah. Honestly, maybe another. If Veleno or Mitchell starts getting a few more goals, I think it also helps because these guys are getting a lot of assists back here. Anyway, Also penalty kill. Give me some more ideas for penalty kill. Should I switch off some of these guys? You know, maybe take off Merkley or since he is a -1. But let's see how he's doing more in depth. Oof. 22 and 8. That's not a good ratio. That's a lot better. A lot better here. Keep them two together. We could switch out Merkley for someone else, like one of these other guys. Malkin. 18 to 5. It's not great. How about Shishkinov? 23 to 5 is even worse. Ugh. We could try one of them, though. 81, 93, 83, 80. I'm going to try Shishkinov. Only have one righty, but that's alright. I do want to keep Brodin in here. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's really good. So we could try something like that out. And that could be a bit better, maybe. So we could try that. Maybe even switch around some of the forwards. Maybe the forwards aren't a good thing, but... And with Hue... No, gotta keep him in there. Kunin, I hope he's still doing what he usually does. Yep, he's still doing what he... Yeah, I think... Yeah, I don't know why our penalty kill is doing that bad, but maybe it's our defense. So maybe too many offensive defensemen in there. Maybe Merkley isn't quite the exact shutdown for the penalty kill. But he's good in other ways. And again, maybe we still want to improve upon Brodin. 10 penalty minutes already. What? Why are you doing that? The guy with the 95 discipline. That's funny. Anyway. So we could try out stuff like that. But yeah, overall, I mean, our team's doing... All we need is that offense, man. If we had, like, just 0.3 higher of offense, that would even be amazing. But I think we want to get up towards, 3 goals per game average. That's ideal. And it should be expected from a team like ours with the offensive prowess that we have. Maybe just a slow start, but we do have other stuff to tighten up. Anyways, that's going to be it for this one. So a lot of moves being made. Let me know if we should still pursue Levy. I just didn't want to do it at the time because it would take a lot of value. And yeah, so it does look like our top 4 isn't incredible right now, but we'll see what happens. We can still pursue Levy. That's still on the table. So let me know if I should still consider that, or we can wait till free agency and hope that one of the guys that we were looking at, like which was Levy and even a couple other guys, we might be able to pick up in free agency instead of making a trade. So all right, let me know about all that kind of stuff. Remember to leave that like, and I'll see you in the next one.